Officer of the Department of IT, Guru Nanak Engineering College. And along with that, for today's session, we have with us Mr. Joyjit Guha Vishwas. He is not only our senior most trainer, but he is also our main resource person in our software development wing. He actually looks after the entire venture. I mean, all of our projects related to machine learning, data analytics, and along with that Python web development and the normal Python programming part. So he is a person who is having an experience of almost 10 and a half years in this industry. The years of the entire journey, sir has the experience of lot of projects in his pockets, and along with that, he has trained number of students in these days. So welcome you all once again in today's session, and hope that you all are going to enjoy the session. And the session is organized by Ardent Computed Private Limited, one of the pioneer training and internship provider nowadays in Eastern India. And so without wasting any more time, because we have a very short time with us, like probably up to 3. So let the other students join the session, and if you can kindly cooperate with us by informing all of your friends that if they can come and they can join. If you guys can please share the meeting link once again to your group members so that they can join and they can enjoy the session. But we cannot waste any more time because the time limit is very less, and since machine learning is a subject wherein a lot of stuffs are there which the trainer actually requires a minimum amount of time frame, so that he can actually explain and interact with you all, so that a lot of questionnaires probably you will be having which you guys also require to be clarified by the trainer. So a minimum time frame is required, so that it's already 2 past 5. So without wasting any more time, we will be starting the session. And one last thing is that by the end of today's session, I will be sharing the 2 links with you all, as probably many of you have probably attended our session. Few of the names which are very common to us, like Ninoy Shah, Rishabh, and probably Megha is also there. I mean, many of you are well known to us, and the other webinars. In the similar way, for today's webinar also, I'm going to share you 2 of the links. Like one will be the feedback link, and the other one will be the review link. You guys are required to submit your viewpoints about this particular, about Ardent and about the webinar, how you have enjoyed, and what are the points that you need, the improvement stuff from our end. And once this is done from your end, we will be downloading the certificate on behalf of you, and we will be, we'll be sending all the certificates to Mizan sir, and we will be informing Mizan sir once the certificates are done. We'll be sending it to sir, and sir accordingly will distribute as per his convenient time. So let us start the session. So let me invite Mr. Joyjit. Joyjit sir, if you can kindly come and can kindly start the session. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon to all. I hope you people are really eager to learn about this particular language called machine learning using Python. Okay, but first of all, before I start with this particular session, I want to know one thing from you people. That is that what do you people know about Python? Because first of all, let me tell you one thing, that machine learning is a part which can be done by other languages like R, Java, C, C++. There are many languages which can be used to implement the concept of machine learning. Okay, machine learning means analyzing the data, predicting some data and everything. All of this contains inside machine learning. Okay, so specifically on this particular part, we need to know that why we are going to learn machine learning with Python, and why or what are the advantages that Python will going to provide to us. Okay, now as I can see over here, there are so many people have joined in the session. So everyone, please use the chat option in the screen that you are getting. please use that particular chat option to interact with me. Okay, and we have a small session, small time. So interaction with you people should be with a fast reply. Okay, expecting that. So as I was saying that, I think you people have some basic ideas on Python, yes or no? Tell me that quickly. Everyone present in this particular session asking you this particular question, that do you have any basic idea on Python, yes or no?
No, sir.
Use the chat option to interact. Please use the chat option to interact. Keep yourself in the mute state. Go to the chat option in the screen that you are getting and give me the reply. I can see one of the people said no, another one said yes. Okay. Okay, I got another no. No. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing most of the people are saying no. Most of the people are replying me with no. Okay. Okay, fine. No problem with that. Now, first of all, let me give you a brief introduction on Python. Now, this particular language, Python, got introduced in the year 1990s. Okay? At the late 1990s, it got introduced in the industry. Now, on that particular time, this language was not that much popular. Okay? Because there is a small reason behind it. Because when it was being launched, on that particular time, this language was simply behaving like a scripting language. And on that particular time, people were not working with the scripting language as of now. Now we are all, you can find that most of the people are working with scripting languages. Okay, there are many scripting languages, like there are PHP, then JavaScript, Angular, Node. So Python, people are working with. But on that particular time, it was not that much popular. But as time passed by, Python upgraded themselves slowly. And at this particular moment, Python is having the highest demand in the industry. Okay? So each and every one wants to learn Python. Now, Python, being a small name, has a huge impact in the industry. A very huge impact in the industry. What is that particular impact? That is that this particular language has the power to apply his knowledge in any part. This particular language has the highest possibility and the application that it can be easily applied to any part of the language or any part of the industry. Okay, let me show you that which are the parts where it can be applied, this particular language. As you can see over here, these are the places where we have seen the application of this language. Website development, data analysis, image processing, desktop application, games, artificial intelligence.
Joyit sir.
Yes, sir.
Joyit sir, one announcement is there. All students who have participated on today's webinar, all are requested to join the WhatsApp group. I have already shared the link in your chat box. Please check your chat box. You will get the link. And all are requested to join the WhatsApp group. After that, please continue the session.
So everyone, I think you people have received the link for joining in the WhatsApp group. Okay, everybody has received the link for joining in the WhatsApp group. So please join in the WhatsApp group. Okay, please join in the WhatsApp group. You can see in the chat option, a link is being shared. Please join in that particular WhatsApp group, because this particular group will be is being shared so that you people can get many more information from our side, and as well as after completing this particular session, if you people have any bit of doubt on any part, if you want to ask me any question on anything, you can use that particular group to have a talk with me. Okay, you people can use this for interacting with us. So requesting all of you to join in this particular group.
Okay, Joyit sir, please continue the session. We will share the same link in the last of the session. Though if anybody left to join the session, they can join also. Please continue the session.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you. So now the thing that I was saying is that, so as you can see, that there are various fields where we can apply the knowledge of Python. Now among the various fields, Python has got the highest demand in artificial intelligence, that means the part of the machine learning as well as in data analytics. Okay, in the part of this to machine learning, it has the highest demand. And that's why not only for the highest demand, it has also given us the feature of using less amount of code. It has also given us the features of using less amount of code to work with machine learning. See, if I compare machine learning using Python with machine learning using R or machine learning using Java, we will find that in those languages, we need to write more amount of code to perform a particular task as compared to Python. Okay, as compared to Python. And that is the reason, why Python is gaining the highest demand. Python is gaining the highest demand. Not only in this field, but also in other fields that you can see over here, games, website development, then image processing, IoT. So these are the various fields. And this is the reason. This is reason number one. Number two is that whenever we are working with Python, the coding complexity is really less. That means writing a code is not that much complex. Using the variables, assigning the loop, conditional statements, the data structure, each and everything is Python is so simplified that a small or any novice people can also easily code in Python. For example, whenever we write a program in other language, for example, if I take the mother language, C, whenever we are writing a program in that particular language, we have seen that whenever we have seen this particular thing that we need to follow a structure. We need to follow a guideline. But in Python, there is no specific guideline is there to write a program. That means you can start writing a program from the very first line. Okay? You can start writing the program from the very first line. So this is the huge advantage that Python is giving to us. This is a very huge advantage that Python is giving to us. Okay, so no guideline, no strict instructions, less code need to be written, code complexity is really less. So these are the various reasons why Python is getting adopted. Okay, now let me show you that, let me show you a small introduction on writing a code in Python. Let me show you that. As I'm saying that it's really easy to write a code in Python. So let me show you one example. It's easier for you to understand. So this is the platform where I'm going to write a code. Now, if I say that write a program for addition of two numbers. If I say that we have to write a program for addition of two numbers in C, what we need to do? First, we are going to write stdio.h, then if required cuneo.h, then the main function, then we are going to initialize the variable with the data types and the value, then the calculation, and then the print statement, right? This is the structure we need to follow. But in Python, if I want to do the same thing, I'm going to do it in this way. And my work is done. No main function required, no include file is required, no data type declaration of the variable is required, nothing. Simple. Variable, assign a value, add them, print it, done. Clear? So if this is that much, this one is that much easy, Python is this much easy. And Python has also given us some various opportunities and various concepts by which we can reduce a code. Now, when this particular language got introduced in the industry, the creator, Mr. Guido van Rossum, he declared a thing. He said that whenever you are writing a code in Python and you are writing the same function in other language, in Python you need to write 1/5 to 1/3 of the code as compared with other language. That means, for example, you're performing a task in C and same thing in Python. In C you've written 3 lines, but in Python you need to write only 1 line to do the same thing. And in Python, it has also introduced a very huge concept called as the comprehension logic. The comprehension logic. Now, if I ask you this particular question that in C, whenever you are being said, to write a program to find out the even numbers from 1 to 20, write a program to find out the even numbers from 1 to 20. In C, how many lines do you need to write? Just give me a random number, just guess. Give me a guess that how many lines do you need to write for the program to find out the even numbers from 1 to 20 in the language C. How many lines do you need to write? Give me a guess. (20 to 25). Okay, Aniket, Rudrojit, 8 to 10 lines. Okay, Ishan, more than 11. Okay. Okay, fine, Ankit. Fine, no problem. You've given me a number. Okay. Rima, 10. Okay, fine. Others, what do you think? Come on, everyone. Quickly, give me your overview. I want opinion from all of you. There are so many people present over here. I want opinion from all of you. More than 10. Okay. Okay, good. Good. Tanushree, 11. Okay, very good. Very good. Others? Come on, give me a guess. Give me a guess quickly. Anyone? Any more guess? So you people are saying 10, 11, 15, like this. Okay? Taking about 10 lines. It's being taken. Okay. Okay, 10, 50 you people are saying it. Fine. Fine. So you are saying that above this, above 10 to 15 lines need to be. But at this particular moment, I can show you that I'm going to write only one line. Exactly just one simple line. And the whole program will be done. I quote that I am not going to use any kind of inbuilt functions to do it. Python has a huge number of inbuilt functions. Okay? Python has huge varieties of inbuilt functions. For each and everything, they have an inbuilt function. They have functions for inbuilt functions for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. They have functions for sorting the values. They have the inbuilt functions for arranging the values in descending order, and many more, finding out the average, the modulus, everything. Python has a huge variety of functions. But I'm quoting that I am not going to use any kind of inbuilt functions. I am not going to use any kind of inbuilt functions to do this particular program of even numbers just by writing only one line. Let me show you. Let me show you that. How can I do it? I'm going to write only one simple line. If you people want, you can note this one down. If you people want, just take a copy and note this one down so that later on you people can practice this one. Just take a look. My code is complete. This is my code. Now, if I execute this one, oh, yes, I made a mistake. Sorry for that, because I have used I. It should be A. It should be So this is my code. When I'm executing it, I got the even numbers from 1 to 10. I simply got the answer of 1 to 10 even numbers. Now, the logic that you people are seeing over here, this one is called as the comprehension logic. To comprehend a particular code. Not only this particular one, not only this particular code. Now tell me that if you are being said to write a program of Fibonacci series, I think you people remember that. You people are really being tested with this particular program of Fibonacci series, right? How many lines do you need to write for Fibonacci series in C language? How many lines do you need to write for Fibonacci series in C language? I think expected more than 15 and all. Yes or no? Everyone, more than 15? Yes, it's obviously more than 15. That particular program was the most complex one. All of you will going to agree. But in Python, we can do it same thing by one line. Writing only one line. And our work will be done. Simply. Do you want me to show that? Do you want me to show that the program of Fibonacci series in one line? You people are really interested in this one. You people just simply wants to see it. Okay. The other people are really eager to see that. Let me show you. Okay, this time I'm going to work with this I. Okay, I'm going to take this one and then I'm going to write I. Let's make it 8. Okay. So here I execute. So I've made a mistake once again. Wait, let me clear this one out. Let me clear this one out and we started from a fresh one. So E is equal to 0, 1. Here I've done it. Now so done. I've written the code. The code is complete. The code of the Fibonacci series is done. Enter. I'm printing the variable A and I got the Fibonacci series that I want. Let's take a look. I got the Fibonacci series that I want. Same comprehension logic. Now, what I have done, I have taken the use of a data structure called list. I've used one of the function called append that is used to add values inside a list and all. So using that, it's a little bit of complex thing of adding different parts together, combining together. So only by using that, you can simply do it. And in this part of machine learning, it's mostly used, it's widely used. Keep this thing in mind. In machine learning, this particular concept is widely used. Not only this one, another concept that is widely used inside machine learning that is called the slicing logic. Let me show you one example. What I've declared over here, I have declared a string, right? I've declared a string. B is a variable holding the value welcome. It's a string, plain and simple. Now, in Python, we have a small advantage, a small extra thing inside string. That is, we can use the indexing logic. Indexing logic means the word of index that we have seen in array, right? 0, 1, A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, like that, right? So inside string, that same thing is also there. That means using the index, we can extract a value present inside a string. We can easily extract a value present inside a string. Just take a look. B of 3 is giving me the value C. 0 is W, E is 1, L is 2, C is 3. So B of 3 is giving me the value C. B of 5, M. So that means inside a string, we can use the indexing logic, right? Now I'm showing you people this particular logic because I'm going to go towards the logic called slicing. The most important, the most used part in machine learning section. So for going into that, I'm teaching you people this one. You need to know this, then it will be easier for us to understand that. Now, so this is the indexing logic. Now, can you tell me that if I write this one, will it work? First of all, tell me, if I write this one, will it work? Yes or no? No. Okay, I got the first answer as no. Others, what do you think? Quickly, give me your answer. If I write this one, index minus 3, will it work? Okay, Ishan said yes. He has also given me the answer, sir. It will be O. Sandeepan said no. Okay. Others, what do you think? Yes or no? Yes or no? I want answer from all of you. Okay, O'Haley said yes. Okay, very good. Okay. Others, your answer quickly. Oniket, yes. Abdul, yes. Very good. Okay, now I'm getting answers. Anushka, yes. Then others. Shubham said no. Okay, Shubham said no. Okay, fine. Very good. Others, any answer? Anything more? Yes or no? Yes or no? Are you going with yes or you're going with no? If you don't know the answer, take a guess. No problem with that. If you don't know the answer, if you have doubt, take a guess. If you take a guess and give me wrong answer, it's not a problem. Come on, give me some answers. I want answers first. Okay, Subhrajyoti said yes. Anyone? Anything more you want to say? Tunushree Bhattacharji said no. Okay. So I'm getting some mixed answers. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, like that. So let us see by our own that is it yes or is it no? Yes, it is going to work. It is working. Now here comes the question, sir, how is it possible? Sir, how this one is possible? So let me explain this to you people. Now just take a closer look on this one. Now just take a close look on this one. If this is the string, that we have, then we have learned this indexing. Starting with the value 0 from our left hand side and moving towards the right hand side. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. Right? in Python, we have a new type of indexing called backward index. And the backward index starts from our right hand side and moves towards our left hand side. And it starts with the value minus 1. It starts with minus 1. Minus 1 will going to point to this one, minus 2 this one, minus 3 this one, minus 4 this one, minus 5 this one, and minus 6 is this one. That means 0 and minus 6, both of them are same. 5 and minus 1, both of them are same. Right? Both of them are equivalent. So, in that particular part, in the word welcome, when I've written minus 3, I got O. Right? From our right hand side, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. That's why we have got O. Clear? So, this is the new thing that got introduced in Python. The backward indexing. The backward indexing. Clear? Now, so over here, minus 3 means O, because minus 1 is E, minus 2 is M, and minus 3 is O. So that's why when I've written minus 3, I got O. Now tell me that if I want to print the letter E, this particular E, I want to print this particular E using backward index, then what should I write? What should I write? I want to print this E, the selected one, from the word welcome. Backward index, what should I write? Rima said minus 5. Ishan said minus 6. Subrojyoti minus 5. Okay. Others, your answer? I want to print the letter E that I've selected in this word welcome. Oily, minus 5. Anushka, minus 5. Oniket, minus 5. Sandeep, minus 5. Tunushree, minus 5. So everybody is saying minus 5. Okay, so let's try minus 5. So B of minus 5. It's printing L, not E. I think you people forgot that I said backward index starts with minus 1. E is minus 1, M minus 2, O minus 3, C minus 4, L minus 5, E is minus 6. So one of you have given me the correct answer. Yes. Ishan, very good. Index starts with minus 1. Backward index starts with minus 1, not 0. Others, clear? I think your doubt got cleared. Now, let us see quickly about the slicing logic. Quickly. Because after this, we are going to go and see an overview on the machine learning logic. Okay. So, the slicing logic is that if I want to make a slice, to pick up a slice, we are going to use the slicing logic. Okay. For example, from this word welcome, I want to make a slice of these 3 characters, E, L, and C. Okay, I want to make a slice of these 3 characters. So, which 3 index number I'm taking? I'm taking 1, 2, and 3. Index 1, index 2, and index 3. By taking this 3, I want to create a slice. Okay. So to implement this, what we are going to do, we are going to write B of, what is my starting point? That is 1. I'm going to write 1. And then I'm going to use a colon. Then I'm going to use a colon. Then after that, I'm going to give the ending point where I want to end. So I want to end at C. So what is the index at C? That is 3. So I've written 3. Fine. Close the square bracket and I pressed enter. Now when I pressed enter, I found that E and L got printed but not C. It's really confusing because I said I want to start from 1, I want to end at 3. So you should be giving the value present at index 1 index 2 and index 3. But what he is giving? He is giving me the value of index 1 and index 2, but not the value at index 3. Why? Because whenever we are using the logic of slicing, first of all, we need to know that the slicing logic always goes from left to right and it jumps one step at a time. Okay? Slicing logic goes from left to right and it will always jump one step at a time. Okay? This is number one. Number two is that the end point inside slicing, the end point inside the slicing logic is always worth n minus 1. That means if you have written 3, you will stop just before that. You will stop just before that. So I've written 3, that's why we stopped at 2. Now, if I want to print the value that is printed on third index, then I should have written this one. 1 colon 4. 1 colon 4. Starting from 1, ending at 4. So end point works like n minus 1, that means 4 minus 1, 3. So you will stop at 3. So 1, 2, 3, the value present in index 1, index 2 and index 3 got printed. And this is the logic of slicing. Okay. Now I want to print COME from the word welcome. COME. So from where I want to start? I want to start from 3. Now where I want to end? I want to end at E. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is the index number of E. But in Python we know that if I write 6 at the end point, that means if I write this one B 3 colon 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. If I write this one, E will not be printed. Just take a look. E is not getting printed. Now if I write this one 3 colon 7, will it work? Because I'm saying 7th index number, but I cannot find the index number 7 present over here. We don't have any 7th index number because there is no value present. If I do it, will it work? Just check this one out. Yes, it will going to work. Because whenever we are using the logic of slicing, the end point does not matter. The end point can be any number, but it will stop automatically at the end. Now just take a look, we can write in this way also. 3 colon nothing. We have not given any end point. That means it will stop, it will go till the last. Even we can also do the reverse thing also. Just giving a colon and giving a number 6. From the first till 6. Okay? We can also do this one. Just leave a colon. Nothing. Nothing start, no start, no end. That means the whole thing. Okay? Now this indexing can be also be taken in the reverse direction also. It can be sent in reverse direction, or it can be make the values to be printed in making a slice in a reverse direction. For example, we have printed E, L and C. We printed ELC. Now we want to make a slice by printing CLE. By printing CLE, that means I want to start from 3, end at 1, so that's why I'm writing 0. Normally, if I run this code, it will give me an error. Why? As I said, the default nature is moving from left to right. But this time, what we are trying, we are making him try to move from right to left, right? Okay? So to change that particular direction, his default nature, what we are going to do, we are going to add another colon and we are going to write -1. -1 over here is called as step count. In default case, the step count is always +1. But this time, we want to change the step jump or step jump, that is -1. Step count, that is -1. That means 1 step back. Now the step jump can be -1, -2, -3, anything. Even in plus also. Let's take a look. If I written this one, 1 colon 7 colon 2. That means from 1 till 7, 2 steps. It will jump 2 steps. From the word welcome, E, then C, then M. 2 steps, jumping 2 steps forward. So we can change the step jump, and also we can change the direction. Clear? This is the slicing logic. Is slicing logic clear to all of you? Is it clear to all of you? It's clear. It's clear. Okay, it's clear. So you people have learned a very important part. Today you people have learned a very important part, the slicing logic. It's mostly and widely used in machine learning, and now we are going to see that. And where we use it and how we use it. Now, as you can see over here, this is a small project based on students. I'm showing you an example of a project based on a student. Okay, based on students, analyzing the student. I have a data. See, what do we do in machine learning? In machine learning, the main thing is to analyze the data. And we can analyze data by using n number of algorithms. There are many different type of algorithms, and through those algorithms, we analyze the data and we try to predict. Okay, we analyze the data and we try to predict. Now, in machine learning, in case of machine learning, how does this machine learning differs from the type of program that we have learned till now? Let me show you one example on this one, so it will be easier for you to understand. See, the difference between traditional programming and machine learning. So this is the difference. See, in normal traditional programming, what we have done, we provided the data and a program to the computer, and the computer has given us the output itself. But in machine learning, what happens? We provide data and output to the computer. We provide data and output to the computer, and the computer gives us the program itself. The computer returns the program itself. So what we are doing over here, the computer, in case of machine learning, computer is the algorithm. What we are doing, we are providing the data and output to the algorithm that if this is the value, then this will be the output. If this is the value, then this will be the output. So we are training him. And after that, it is preparing himself. The algorithm is coming out in such a manner that it is prepared in this way that whenever any question is being asked, he or she can give the answer. For example, I can give you a very good example. That is, in your college, you people are the algorithm. Your teachers are doing what? Providing the data to you. They are teaching you. They are teaching means they are providing you the data. They are giving you proper training. That if this is the sum, then you have to do it in this way. You have to do this particular formula. You have to follow this formula. Or if this is the question, then this will be the answer. Okay, so everything is being trained. So your teacher is providing the data and output to you. Okay? You are getting trained. And in the exam, what is happening? You are being tested that how much trained you are, how much appropriate you are working. Now, we know that the cutoff marks in your exam is near about 40, 45 like that. But in case of machine learning, to test the model, whenever we are testing a model, whenever we are testing an algorithm, after getting trained, the percentage is 70%. That means during the time of testing, we are going to calculate its marks, and if the percentage is below 70, we are going to say it's failed. If it is above 70, then only we can say yes, it's perfect, we can accept that. We can accept that particular algorithm. Okay? Now, this is the diagram how machine learning is working. I'm not explaining that. Now, let me explain you this one. That the algorithms in machine learning are divided into three different groups: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. Now, let me tell you about reinforcement. This particular group is a very interesting group. Why? Because in this particular group, what happens? That the algorithm gets trained. The algorithm gets trained by itself. The algorithm gets trained by itself, by his own. okay, by his own. What this type of algorithm do? In other algorithm, what we need to provide some data. But this algorithm does what? It collects the data from the environment itself. It collects the data from the environment itself. For example, YouTube, the algorithm used behind YouTube, the algorithm used behind Netflix, the algorithm used in Facebook, all of them are the group, belongs to the group of reinforcement learning. What happens? For example, whenever you are viewing a video, whenever you open a Gmail account, okay, a fresh Gmail account, okay, that Gmail is new to the algorithm. Now you logged in inside YouTube using that particular Gmail account. So for YouTube, that particular Gmail account is it's a new person. Okay. Now you started watching some videos. Now what the algorithm is doing? Algorithm is collecting data from you. That what type of search you are doing, what type of videos you are watching, everything. He's collecting that data. Okay. Slowly he's doing what? He's collecting that particular data. After collecting that particular data, he started predicting. Now what he did, he collected the data from you. You are the environment. He collected the data from you. He analyzed that particular data. He studied that. He trained himself. And then he started predicting. Okay, chalo, these are the predictive videos. Come on. You can see this kind of videos. You preferred watching this kind of videos. You have watched this kind of videos previously. So it started predicting. It slowly started predicting. That is the part of reinforcement learning. Now, the example that I'm going to show it to you is the example of, first of all, supervised learning. Over here, I have some data and the output, and I'm going to provide the particular data inside the algorithm. Just take a look. It's so much easy. Why it's easy to work in Python? I'm just showing you that. So this is the data that I have. This is the data. Okay. Let me mark this one. So this is the data. Not only this one, there are many more data, but only I'm showing you this one. So this is the data that I have over here. Okay. Now, after having this data, what I'm doing, I'm plotting a graph. See, plotting a graph, just calling the function, plot function, passing the data, and the graph is getting plotted. So this is the graph that I've plotted. After that, what we are doing, we are dividing the data. Now, this particular algorithm is using the calculation or the formula behind it is that y equal to mx plus c. Y equal to mx plus c. Okay, y equal to mx plus c. So this is the formula that we are using over here for the algorithm. So we need x and y, we need the dependent data and the independent data. Now, everyone follow this one. Do you get anything relevant? Just right now, we people have started something. Square bracket, colon, colon, minus 1. What is this? Who can tell me what is this? What is this? The selected one that I've selected over here. Take a look, this one. Yes, very good, Ishan, very good. This slicing logic. See, we sliced the data for dividing that whole data set. So slicing is very much important in each and every step. Okay, now after that, after slicing it, dividing the data into training testing. Now here is the algorithm that we are going to work with. Now the main advantage in Python is that whenever we are working with the algorithm, most of the algorithm are predefined in Python. Most of the algorithm you're going to find that it's present in the Python library file. All, maximum, not all I can say, but maximum of the algorithm are there. Okay, maximum of the algorithm are present inside Python. So that's why whenever we want to work with any algorithm, what we are simply going to do, we are simply going to call a particular function, pass the data inside them, he will get trained, and then after that we are going to check the accuracy and the prediction. See, we have tested the prediction over here, and we found the percentage. See, this is the percentage that we have got, 0.93 percentile. Okay, that means 93%. So the model is working 93% accurate. So this is the way we find out the percentage and everything. It's all of them are done by using functions. But one thing, not all of them are done by using functions. Over here, in our session, whatever we are going to learn, okay, what do we do? Okay, we just normally don't teach you that how to access those functions and all. We are also going to teach you that how you can create the algorithm by your own. This is the example. This one, just take a look. This block, this particular block is the algorithm that I have written by my own. That I have written by my own. The algorithm named as batch gradient descent algorithm. So over here, we are also going to teach you that how you can create an algorithm, how you can write down an algorithm while learning the calculation and how that algorithm is going to work, everything, and then we are going to write down the code. We are going to teach you in that particular way. We are going to train you in such a manner so that you can write an algorithm by your own. You can write an algorithm by your own. Clear? Everyone? That this is the way how machine learning works. And if you take a look over here, that see we are predicting the data, we are analyzing the data, we are trying to draw the line, the graph, everything like this. So this is the way we analyze the data. Analyzing the data, predicting the value. This is the way we are going to work with. Clear, everyone? Okay. So now from your side, if you people have any kind of question, you can ask. Everyone, if you have any question from your side, feel free to ask. Anyone having any kind of question that you want to ask, you can unmute yourself and you can ask me the question if you want. You can unmute yourself and you can ask me any kind of question that you want to ask. The accuracy of the model. See, different algorithm has their different way of calculating the accuracy. Over here in linear regression, we find out the R2 statistics. The R2 score, this particular R2 score gives us the accuracy between the accuracy of the model by calculating the mean squared error and the root mean squared error. Mean squared error means, see over here, take a look. So this is the best fitted line that we have drawn. So we are going to find out the error between this particular point. When the what did it say? When this particular line is over here at this particular point, what is the error? Okay, from this one. Same thing from this one. Okay, then from this one, then from this one, then from this one. What is the error? Then we sum up those errors. Okay, when the intercept is over here at this particular point, when the intercept is at this particular point, what is the error? It sum up those errors. Okay, and then what it do? Wait, just scroll up, and then it will find out. It will try to find out the mean square error. So that is the mean square error. Then whenever we are going to shifting the intercept, then what is the root mean square error? What is the root mean square error? And based on that, it will find out the R2 score. So this is the way how the linear regression works. Now, in case of batch gradient descent, see, in case of batch gradient descent, we are going to find out in the same manner. But whenever we, let me show you. In case of K-means algorithm, for example, let me show you this one. Wait, just for a moment. For in this one, in case of K-means algorithm, we are going to find out the accuracy by plotting this graph. We're creating this group. See, by this particular graph, we're going to find out the accuracy, how much accurate it is predicting. In decision tree, we have another way of finding out the error. So each and every algorithm has their own way of calculating the errors. It depends on the formula that we are using. Okay, others? Any more question? Ishan, is your doubt got cleared? First of all, tell me that. Is your doubt got cleared? Or do you have anything more? Regression. This is the group of algorithms. Regression are the group of algorithms. Linear regression, logistic regression. This group of algorithms, if you find the word regression behind any algorithm after the algorithm name, you just keep this thing in mind that those algorithms belongs to the group of supervised learning. Okay, those algorithms belongs to the group of supervised learning. Regression, then classification, and then clustering. Regression, supervised, classification, we can keep it inside supervised, and clustering, we can keep it inside unsupervised learning. And there is another one, K-nearest, and all those belongs to the part of reinforcement learning. Okay? Others? Any more question? Anything? Others, do you have any more question? Anyone having any other question? Okay, so I can see that none of you are asking me any questions, so I would like to request Shoma sir to have some few words with people.
Yeah, Jojit sir, thank you for the session. And if you can find an account called Pallavi Shaha, and if you can make that account as a co-organizer or somewhat so that I can share my screen.
Okay, sir, doing it. I've made that account.
Right, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, so hope that all of you can see my screen, and I will take only 5 minutes of yours, right, to close the session. I will not elongate my speech and all this stuff because many of you are well acquainted with our company called Ardent Computech, and you have attended many of the webinars and all. First, one important announcement is that I have already shared two of the very important two links in the chat box, which probably all of you have seen and all of you have noted down. And the students who have already joined our WhatsApp group, I would suggest them, I suggest all of you, if you can kindly join in the WhatsApp group, because we have a plan to make this WhatsApp group pretty active, because we are in a plan to share many of the informations related to machine learning in the group. We will keep on posting, Jojit sir will keep on posting the updates about machine learning. And along with that, we will be sharing you some of the assignments on this machine learning domain, like some of the assignments on Python, some of the assignments on machine learning, so that you will also be having your practice on this particular domain. So this is my request to all of you, if you can make yourself available in the WhatsApp group so that we can make this group live and you can also have an interaction with Joyjit sir at some point of time, and sir will keep on updating the group by sharing a few of the important information on Python and machine learning. So this is one thing, and the second thing is that I have already shared two links like feedback and review link, which I strongly suggest to all of you that if you can kindly fill up both the links, because to get the certificate, filling up the the mentioned links are compulsory. So as I said you earlier, that the certificates will be downloaded by us. We will be downloading the certificates, and in turn we will be sharing the certificates to Nizam sir, and sir will be distributing all the certificates to you all. First of all, in very short time, like within 5 minutes of time, all of you, many of you probably know that Ardent is a company from 2003, and we are ISO 9001 2015 certified company. Along with that, we are one of the oldest partner of Microsoft and Hewlett Packard. You can see both the logos are available out there. One of the Microsoft certification logo, and the other one is the Hewlett Packard logo. Now, why these logos really matters? Because in with this association, with the help of this association, we probably in Kolkata only one partner who can offer the students about the platform of global certifications, like they can, after their training and internship, they can opt for the global certification examinations, like either Microsoft global certification examination or HP global certification examination, so that if they can get past the examination, they will also be having a chance of getting the global certifications along with the training certificate. So it's a beautiful opportunity that I guess that Ardent is one of the vendor in in Eastern India, in Kolkata, that who can give us this wonderful opportunity, and all of us are matured, and all of us can understand nowadays the value and importance of global certifications on top of our institutional based certifications. Institutions, you can find number of institutions here and there, because in service industry, every one of the institutions will look forward to have the opportunity to conduct this kind of webinar and interact with you all, so that if you get convinced, you can you can associate yourself with us. But the only thing is that I always strongly recommend you always need to find the importance of global certifications always, because the companies who are going to come for your recruitment drive, if you can produce your qualification on top of that, if and place a global certifications. So the companies, I mean, irrespective of the fact that which company you're applying and the company origin is from where, right? I mean, across the globe, all the companies usually recognize the credentials of these companies like Hewlett Packard, Oracle, Microsoft, so they always give, value of the students, I mean, value to the students who have already gone through the certification examinations of, these vendors, and they have achieved the certifications of these vendors. So this is pretty important. As per my suggestion goes to all of you, that at some point of time you might need to think for the for the global certification examination, so that you can get past this examination and have a beautiful certificate offered by these vendors. Anyhow, so I will be straight away coming forward to one of the slides wherein probably you can see the trending technologies. Like I have already prepared this in such a way that probably you all can see that there are plenty of trending technologies nowadays. I mean, Java is always will be there. Java was there, and Java will be there in the domain. But along with that, I strongly suggest full stack development, which is one of the fantastic and fabulous technology, which is, I guess, one of the best technology to learn nowadays, to have the opportunity in the web development platform, because this is a trend from the students of IT from JNIT college, that they're more keen on learning the web technologies. Like they have been associated with us for probably, I mean, associated means they have their, I mean, your seniors who have, your seniors of 2 to 3 years, they were associated with us. I mean, they had their training on PHP web development. I mean, few batches, like probably I guess 3 or 4 batches who have continuously have done their training on PHP web development. So, I mean, this is a trend from the IT department students of JNIT, that you guys are more keen on learning the web development technology, because a lot of opportunities are there. Your professors and always encourages you all to learn this web technology. So my suggestion that I mean, you can, of course, you can learn PHP web development, but on top of that, there are a lot of opportunities nowadays going on in full stack development, where Angular, Node, Express.js, this entire JavaScript domain is available in this full stack development, along with that a beautiful database known as MongoDB, which is absolutely NoSQL type of database. So combining all this stuff, I mean, this is a fantastic domain, full stack development. I mean, many of the companies, they are doing the front end development by using Angular, the server side development by using Node. I mean, they're using this NoSQL type of database. They're using, like middle tier application like Express.js. So plenty of newer JavaScript technologies are embedded inside this course, and I strongly recommend this course. I mean, a lot of opportunities are there. Companies only in Salt Lake Sector 5 areas, and many of the companies who were actually been working in PHP, they're actually shifting, they're actually migrating their technologies to full stack development. They're looking for professionals who are having, knowledge of Angular, Node, Express, React, MongoDB. This kind of combinations are pretty much required nowadays. Mobile application development, of course, it's a very booming domain for long. I mean, 5 to 7 years, it has been a very, juicy domain as far as the job market is concerned. So still now it is very important domain, and along with that, apart from Android mobile application development, we usually offer another very two important verticals in this mobile application development, one of which is hybrid mobile application development on Flutter. Probably many of you have heard about a technology called Flutter, which is a cross-platform mobile application development. I mean, a language called Dart is actually used for this Flutter. And the other one is a very important domain called as React Native. That is also used for hybrid mobile application development. Means one application can run in any platform. Like it can run in Android, it can be for iOS, it can be for Symbian. I mean, it's mind-blowing technology, and plenty of newer stuff, plenty of sub-technologies are nowadays introduced, having a lot of scopes and opportunities nowadays on this particular hybrid mobile application development. See, nothing to say about Python and machine learning, I mean, probably students who are actually in first year, they also right now know the importance of learning Python and machine learning. I mean, without learning these two technology nowadays, very hard to survive, I mean, if you want to sustain in the job market, if you want to, have the opportunity of job, I mean, campusing, I mean, probably machine learning has been introduced recently in Macaut curriculum also. I mean, they have changed a lot. I mean, the syllabus has been changed a lot, so that nowadays students are actually getting the flavor of machine learning in their curriculum only. But I strongly suggest that anyhow you need to be a very competent person on this machine learning technology, because, TCS is one of the biggest recruiter, and they are coming up with lot of opportunities on machine learning. So in their campusing time, they usually asking the students that whether they are having acquainted knowledge. I mean, they are acquainted with these two technologies, either Python. I mean, Python and some of the advanced data analytics knowledge on Python. Likewise, the machine learning stuff. So nowadays, these two domains become mandatory for any engineering college students to have that grasp with. I mean, the only exceptional case might be if you are planning your career to be a web developer. That is only the difference. I mean, that is only the exceptional case you can consider with. But if you have no strict plan, that no, I have no plan as of now. So this is our suggestion, that you should strongly think about building your career in machine learning, and you need to be a very competent person on Python language, because Python is such a kind of language which can probably be utilized in any domain. Nowadays, every vertical, every domain nowadays are using Python language and machine learning technology on top of that. Like, I mean, start from healthcare to FMCG to IT to non-IT, I mean, banking, retail, everywhere you will find this data analytics technology. Now, why I have added AWS out here? Because many of you, at least, I mean, all 40 students are attending this session. Many of you do know that Amazon is one of the biggest recruiter nowadays, and probably Amazon is the only vendor which is coming up with the highest pay package for the freshers. They are offering, I mean, almost 9.5 lakhs to a fresher candidate, which is probably the highest pay package as of now in, in Eastern Zone. So to prepare yourself for Amazon Campus Drive, you need to be having a fundamental idea. And if you can achieve a certifications of cloud computing, and that must be of Amazon cloud computing. So it has become a very unique domain nowadays of cloud computing, and that too on Amazon. So we strongly suggest from our end that students like you, engineering college students, second year, third year, you must be thinking seriously about, blending your career in this, this AWS Amazon cloud computing. It can really pay while in the time of your campusing. right? So, there are a lot of technologies. I mean, these are core technologies, so I will not repeat this thing now. Why Python? Probably all of you know there are a lot of job opportunities, and for machine learning also a lot of companies that they are booming. Job market for cloud computing, I strongly suggest that till date, very few working professionals are there who are seriously thinking about this, unique domain called cloud computing. I strongly suggest that after this seminar, after this webinar, you should buy yourself. You should ask your seniors. You should consult with your, professors that what is the importance of cloud computing and as far as the job market is concerned. So you should be seriously taking this domain as well, so that you can have a lot of opportunities in coming days. Anyhow, so we have another program. There are a lot of programs that we are offering from our end, but I think that this is a program that I should be talking with you, because we are offering a very unique program called Campus Readiness Program. Apart from the technical part, we are offering a very unique kind of program, which is Campus Readiness Program. Anyhow, you guys will be sitting for the campus drive, and so we are offering this unique program, which is having a duration of 40 hours. Fees, we are keeping it approximately 5,000, wherein the core covered areas are like aptitude, listening, and technical. So if any one of you are actually planning to have a training so that you can build your, you can feel confident during the time of campus drive. Anyhow, you need to go with this following rounds. You need to sit for the round called aptitude. You need to go with this reasoning, technical round, all this stuff. This is a very unique course, and we have already given demo of 1 or 2 demos in different departments at your college only, at GNIT only, on aptitude specially. So my suggestion is that you should visit our website and you should find all the details about specially this particular unique training that we are offering, apart from the normal regular technical training. So, this is our strength, that initially we give you the training by from our industry expert. And the training, of course, will include most of them. From day 0 only, you will be having your hands-on training, So we usually focuses on the hands-on training, because end of the day, whatever company you'll be recruited by, they will be put you in a project only. You straight away will be given a task on their project. So you need to be a ready-made product for them, you cannot say that I do not know, I need to have some time to prepare myself in the coding part. So you need to prepare yourself very strongly in the coding part, so that my suggestion always goes like, you need to, appear in different kind of competitive tests like HackerRank, HackerRank. Everywhere you should register yourself. You should prepare. For past 5 years questions of HackerRank, the past 5 years questions of TCS Digital, and you keep on studying all those questions, and you keep on, prepare yourself, so that these preparation will give you edge at the time of TCS recruitment drive. Anyhow, you will be sitting for the TCS Digital, and I guess that probably 6 hours examinations usually conducted by TCS, wherein probably 3 or 4 coding questions will be given to you, and you need to solve it. So, you need to be very competent from day 0 on the practical approach, so that your analysis power, your IQ level has to be in that level, so that within a stipulated time period, you can analyze the, the problems, and you can start solving the problem. So we usually try our level best, so that from day 0 only in our training, we can prepare any students with the approach of practical. This is number 1 point. Definitely project implementation will give you the era wherein you can develop your own project. Definitely our faculties are going to guide you, but will give the confidence in the students, so that they can actually, with the concept of the project, with the concept of the functional part of the project, they can straight away at least start thinking how to build and what are the modules to be incorporated or to be implemented during the time of the project, right? That is very important. Once you start, thinking by yourself, solving by yourself, and your hands automatically start moving, so that you can understand that, yes, of course, you're confident enough in the practical approach. We usually give our training in that way only, so that the students at the end of the training, project and internship, they feel confident by themselves, in the practical part. Like certification is one part which I have already discussed, and post-training service, always the support is there from the Ardent side, that you probably better know. Many of you have done training from Ardent, And like plenty of features are there. We give training certificate, internship certificate. We help the student to build the IEEE compile and documentation. And who have already done the training from Ardent, they know that plenty of resources which are actually available at our website, at our web portal. And once you get registered, you can have the access of almost more than 1,000+ documents. You'll get a separate project letter, and of course you'll be having a chance for Microsoft and Hewlett Packard global certification examinations, so that you can have the opportunity to have these global certifications. Anyhow, you can see this is our mentors. I mean, these are our mentors. Like, all are pretty experienced. Like Rajmohan Desharkar sir. I mean, he is one of our technical director as well. So Mr. Dhruvo Ray, one of the senior most trainer, Mr. Shobhik Sharkar, Mohendra Datta, Debojyoti Mojumdar, Arindam Singupta, all are very experienced, well experienced, and in this field. Now, this is our sample certificate. Few of you probably know, and you can see plenty of logos are being attached. We are ISO certified company. The logo is there. Hewlett Packard Association, Microsoft Association. All these logos are there. So this is how it looks, and this is another internship certificate that we separately, offer to the students at the end of internship, which is actually the core area of the project, which is pretty important, I guess. And this is a sample project letter that also we usually offer to the students, which actually explains that what project students have participated and what part of the project he or she has involved. I mean, he or she was involved. So this kind of information will be clearly written in this kind of project letter, which will be strongly recommending the students' capacity or capability of being involved in a part of a real-time project, right? So this is pretty important, a letter which I strongly believe, and this is the Microsoft Global Certification. Once you get past the examination of Microsoft, I mean, this is the original certificate. You can see at the bottom section of the certificate, the ID of the Microsoft will be there, which is a unique ID. I mean, every MTA certified professional will be having a unique ID altogether. I myself, MCP, Microsoft Certified Professional, not MTA, but till now I have my unique ID, which hardly, which is absolutely unique. So you can justify, you can verify your unique ID from the Microsoft portal as well. We strongly recommend students to grasp the opportunity of Microsoft Global Certification from our end. So that always been our USP, and we strongly suggest that never miss the opportunity that Ardent is offering. I mean, the opportunity of global certification. Get global so that everybody can recognize your, everybody can recognize you and can give the value of your knowledge. And these are the two contact numbers that we have, shared, that any doubts and queries, and if you want to get enrolled to our winter vocational training program, which is starting probably every week, but the next batch probably is going to start from 22nd of December. So, if you have any queries, if you want to get enrolled, so all the steps are there at ardentcollaborations.com. It's very easy process of enrollment online way, only by paying only 500 rupees, you can enroll yourself. But anyhow, if you have any doubts and queries, these are the two numbers which are given as helpline number. You can feel free to communicate. Of course, our training fees has been 5,555 for almost last 5 years. But during this COVID time, we have minimized our fees to 3,500, and the other details are there. But one last thing is that, for last probably 3 years, almost roughly 25 to 30 students are taking admission from your department every year. This has been a trend from the GNIT IIT for at least for last 3 years, from 2017 onwards, right? So we strongly suggest that if you can make a group of at least 20, we can, have a beautiful opportunity. I was having a discussion with our HR director, sir, only for you, especially for the IT students. And if you can form a group of at least 20 students, we can give you a offered price of 2,500 per member in the group. So which is a very lucrative price, So you think of it, but only one condition is there. You need to share the name of the students who will be taking the admissions in the group, and 20 is the student number which you need to build, and you need to take the responsibility so that to have the fees down to 2,500 rupees. So this is what from our end. We will not waste any more of your time. You have been so very nice that you have attended the session. And if you
Shomo
have
sir.
any questions, yes, sir.
Shomo sir, there is a particular thing, just one request to all the students. If you can give me the permission, I can tell.
Yes, sure, sir, sure,
The
sir.
student needs, dear students, please, if you could switch on your cameras, please. So we need to take a screenshot of the cameras and we have to provide it to your department. So I'll request everyone, if you could please switch on your cameras for dear students, if you can please switch on your cameras. Students, we need to take a snapshot and send it to your college. Please, if you can switch on your cameras. Everyone, please. Everyone, I could see 3 cameras are on only. Georges, sir, if you're there, if you please can switch on your cameras. One, two, three, four. Only 4 people have switched on their cameras. Other students, please. So I'll request other students also to please switch on your cameras. You will have to take a snapshot. Thank you, Jajit sir. Yeah, some students have switched on their cameras. I'll request other students also to switch on their cameras, please. Sorry. Yes. Other students, please. I request you to switch on your camera. So, thank you. Thank you for switching on your cameras. Those who have switched it on, you can switch it off now. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you so much, Rajesh sir. And one last thing to all of you before concluding the session. Heartiest thanks from our end. From the part, from every member of Ardent, we are sincerely expressing our gratitude to the Department of IT, especially to HOD sir and Nizam sir, who has been wonderful and very cooperative with us. Who has been really wonderful. They have given us this beautiful platform so that we have got a chance to interact with you all. Students, as I have told you initially, you need to be in the WhatsApp group so that, as I have told you, that Jojit sir is already there in the group. And whatever doubts, if you do have any doubt, you want to make yourself prepared in Python domain or machine learning domain. Not only as far as the training is concerned, but apart from training, also, if you need to have some help from Jojit sir, we will be keep posting on this particular group on the updates on machine learning and few assignments on Python, so that you can actually, you can have the updates related to this thing, and you can prepare yourself in Python vertical as well. So, by saying this and thanking to all of you, especially the students, you have attended the session of almost 1.5 hours, and requesting you that, we are concluding the session and requesting you that you can leave the session. And if you have any doubt related to your, our winter internship program, please helpline numbers are there. Many of you already know our numbers. So thank you, Ishan. And if you do have any queries and questions, and if you want to get enrolled in our winter internship program, as I have told you, 2,500 is the offered price. But if you can form a group of 20 students, it can even come down to 2,500 rupees, which I think in this market is a very lucrative price, having all the opportunities of training, internship, project. Including everything. So it is very, it's a very wonderful session. Thanks to you, Joyjit sir, and thanks to all of the students, my dear students, and to all the professors of GNIT IT. I would like to conclude the session. Thank you.
الله أكبر الله